Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
This is the Steamroller 2015 number 2 scenario called Two Fronts. There is kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for dominating your close zone, 1 for controlling the far zone, and 2 for dominating it. You can't do either of those though until you destroy the enemy objective, and if you do so, that's another control point. Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a game I've been really looking forward to. You know, I've been having these Buccaneers, wanting to play them, and it seems like a lot of times I can't drop them when I want to. And a big thing I want to test here is that I have all these Buccaneers, but in the last game I decided to drop off a couple to add in these Eliminators. So now I have 12 Buccaneers, 2 Nomads, and the 2 units of Eliminators, and I'm really keen to see how they do. On the other side, I'm going to be up against Thagrosh2. Now, the story of this list chicken was that I had my clearly Buccaneer Brigade, and then also a Gorton list. It's more of like a highborn gunline type thing. And then he had Thagrosh2, which was kind of a shredder spam, a little bit of a mixed bag, and also a Rias jump over you with all these things list. So overall, I didn't really feel that the Buccaneers were a good drop. If I'm up against Rias, she can jump over them with things, and that's not jamming out anything. If I'm up against Thagrosh, these shredders can do a ton of damage against me and not very good. However, I really want to play the Buccaneers, and I felt it wasn't really even that bad because, okay, even if I can't even if I'm going to get destroyed and attacked and stuff here, I could still probably get beat up while I'm scoring, and then also go for Death Clock as well. So I decided I'm going with the Buccaneers. Alright, the scenario here I've already explained, and really when it came down to it, to winning initiative, I won, and with this I asked, okay, so do you have any advanced deploy? Nope, I want to go second. Because he can go up and get into his own zone, but I can then on my first turn block him out of my friendly zone. So, given this and the way that things are, I can easily jam out those War Spears on the left. So, I'm going to be sending off some Buccaneers and a unit of Eliminators to stop them. And then, meanwhile, on the right, I don't think I'm going to score on his zone, but I do feel I could probably destroy his objective, and then I'm just going to try and slow him down. One of the biggest worries I have is the Angel, because of how it can repulse and fly over me. So my Nomads will hopefully be able to kill it. But otherwise, yeah, really looking forward to this one. So on his first turn, and by the way, the prey of his War Spears on the left is going to be those Eliminators, which was a very good choice. And then so on his first turn, he's really just moving on up. The War Spears and the Solo and all that stuff, they're all running up. He puts out some tenacities and stuff like that. Really doesn't matter. Really, it's just those shredders getting up into a position where they can get into me. So on my turn, I allocate 6 focus. I run up. Basically, my Eliminators do a swap. So the ones who are being preyed are now on the right, and the ones who aren't preyed are on the left. So that worked out really well. And this is also pre-feat. So I pop my feet, but I just want to show you where everything was. Because after the feat, it looks like this. So I have 3 Buccaneers that are with the War Spears. One's over with the Chieftain. And then I know that he can come in. I'm trying to avoid the damage from the Scythian. So most of my stuff on the right is a little bit further back. I have 1 Nomad that's aiming to go after the Angelius. The other one that's hopefully going for the objective. And only really 2 Buccaneers that I have up front. So that's looking pretty good. Magnus is already in the zone. And we'll see what he does. So on his turn, one of the things I kind of screwed up is that this Buccaneer was too close. I should have been further back so that Thagrosh couldn't charge in before the shredders. But no, I was too close. He charges in. And actually with that whole like eruption of ash, turns my Buccaneer into a pile of ash. So okay, down a Buccaneer. But hey, got a Thagrosh activation out of it. Otherwise, bad picture, but this is what it was before the feat. So his shredders come in, and those shredders, between Manifest Destiny and going Rabid, they do a lot of work. And the Angelius actually missed the armor pierce attack, but you saw I lost a couple of guys here. And then after the feat, here's a better picture. It looks like this. So he kills off a couple of my Buccaneers, but I got him kind of stopped where I want him on the right. The thing that sucks is that those little attacks he made on my Buccaneer there, or not the Buccaneer, the right Nomad, destroyed the sword. You know, it only did, like, I don't know, 9 points of damage or whatever it was, but it was just perfect on column 5 to destroy the sword. So, whereas he was supposed to either go over and destroy the objective or kill off these shredders, yeah, with the sword down, that really, really hurts. Clearly, a big thing I want to do here is I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and take out the Angelius. If I could do that, I'll feel pretty good. Kill off a couple of shredders, and then just trying to be in a position where I can really mitigate the damage he does to me. The Forsaken is kind of a problem. Normally, I mean, it's not going to do anything because it is not going to really hurt my jacks, but the Eliminators are worried about it. But I might have to get those Eliminators in just to try and kill off more of these shredders. So on my turn, I allocate 3 to the left Nomad. I put Iron Aggression onto it, and after I go up and do some attacks, I go into the Angelius, and I miss the charge attack. So it's a boosted 8 to hit, and I failed it. And also one of my bot attacks only did 2 damage. So the Angelius lives, and that's not really what I wanted. Buccaneers do tiny bits of damage on the left. I think I kill off 2 shredders from the Eliminators and the other little tiny attacks from other stuff. And that's really it. So I dominate on my turn, and I'm up 1 point to nothing. And I'm actually up. His feat turn was really long, so I'm also up quite a bit on time as well. So this turn of his was very, very deadly. He destroys 2 of the... Okay, well, here's the biggest thing that really did this. On the right, he has 1 shredder that kills off the 2 Eliminators. Didn't even need it to be the Forsaken. And then that let him reassign the prey target. And with the prey, and also the bonus from seeing the War Chief guy there, he kills off 2 of the Buccaneers on the left. So that's okay. He's still not in the zone. He also, Thagrosh comes in again. He destroys 2 Buccaneers this time. The Angelius kills off another one. The Scythian kills 1. So I'm really losing a lot of guys here. Not so good. He didn't get into the zone, though, so I'm going to dominate on his turn and go to 2-0. So on my turn, I know I'll get to 3-0, but I need to start mitigating this. The Eliminators were planned to go up and stop the War Spears, but they're going to need to kill off that Angelius. So they're going to come across. I'm going to try and kill off some of these shredders. In order to do that with my sword out, I'm going to need to get Iron Aggression on it. So Magnus will have to go a little bit farther up, but if I kill off the Angel, I should be okay. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, he also killed off Ragman too. So that's what I do. I allocate 3, I move a little bit up, I put Iron Aggression. He's able, with the other guys there, to kill off like 3 shredders, so that's awesome. The 2 Eliminators run in, they kill the Angel, that's awesome. I shift around my Buccaneers on the left, just again trying to desperately keep these guys out of the zones. You know, he could just take free strikes, but it's a little bit of risk there. But yeah, so they're just hopefully slowing him down there. I know from the measurements that the Scythian can't get to me and Thagrosh can't get to me, so he might get a shredder or 2 onto me, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm at 3-0 now for scenario. His clock is really low. Like, I think at this point here, he's down to like 2 minutes, so I'm feeling really good. And one of the things that makes me like this more is that as he comes over here with Thagrosh kills my Nomad, kills a Buccaneer, bad times, and that allows the Shredders to get to me. Now he has Manifest Destiny up, like always, but the fact that the Shredder went after me and not going into the zone, I thought that was great, because if I can dominate on his turn, I'll automatically win. So he comes into me with the Shredder, does 3 points of damage, buys an attack, another 3, so I'm feeling really good. Then this other Shredder also makes Rabid, charges into me for free because he has the objective there, and he cranks the damage. Now, first of all, again, I was really happy. Nothing was in the zone, And he gets into me and actually does some pretty serious damage, buys an attack, and kills me. I was so disappointed. Actually, like, when I looked at it again after, they should be, I mean, okay, without Manifest Destiny, because I wasn't camping anything, he should have been doing 3 points per attack. With Manifest Destiny up, that should be 5 damage. So really, these guys should be doing 20, and so I die on average anyway. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to die to Shredders. And even more disappointing, look at this. He was down to 40 seconds. I was so close to winning on time and on scenario, but he got to me. And I gotta say, guys, I lost this one with the Buccaneers, but it was a lot of fun. I knew it was going to be a bit of a bad matchup. His feet turn clearly did tons of damage to me, but it was good to test the Buccaneers and see what they could do. So overall then, what I need to look at is what am I going to do? And one of my weaknesses that I think I have the list is actually these nomads. The reason why the nomads are in the list is they're my hard hitters. Whatever I need to kill that gets past, that's what these guys are for. And Ragman is there to make them do extra damage. However, if their sword goes out, they get pretty useless. And I also feel too that they almost make me worse, because if it wasn't for the nomads, after the first turn, Magnus would just be camping all of his focus. If I would have allocated to these guys, I would have been camping and being armor 23, and his assassination would have had no chance at all. So what I'm thinking then, the next step, is I think I'm actually going to drop the nomads. If I drop the nomads, that's going to give me no reason to have Ragman. So that's 14 points I have to play with. For those 14 points, I'm going to be adding in Kayazi Assassins with the underboss. There's 10, and then I have 4 points. I could either continue the ninja thing and go with, say, like Hawk and maybe kill Balok, or I could add in a Talon. Now, a Talon is pretty handy because he's just another jack to get in there, and he has higher armor. So I think overall I like the idea of the Talon more. Hawk is cool, but already have lots of ninjas. So I think for next game, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop these guys, add in the Kayazi Assassins with Underboss and a Talon, and we'll see how that goes. But either way, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this game. I know it's a little bit disappointing to see the Buccaneer Brigade lose, but guys, this list is still so fun to play, and we really just had a blast. And I think that when I find that good balance of what to run with the Buccaneers, and I start being a little bit more careful so I'm not making the placement mistakes, that I'm going to get a lot of success from this. So either way, guys, let me know your comments below about what you thought of the game and on my changes, and we'll catch you later. Bye.